I was looking to make a really easy cracker that I did not have to roll out the dough or let the dough rise or anything like that. And I have come up with the perfect cracker for that. And the primary ingredient that I'm using is my sourdough starter discard. It doesn't have to be active. It could just be inactive. Or you could use both. It don't matter. These crackers are so cheesy and delicious, and the crunch on these are just fantastic. The only ingredients that you are going to need is your sourdough starter discard and whatever cheese you want. I'm using some parmesan and some cheddar just because I like those two flavors together. And I'm going to use some butter and some salt, and that's basically all you need for this recipe. Okay, we're going to start off by melting 1 tablespoon of butter in the microwave or stove or however you'd like to melt it. I have tried this recipe with just softened butter, and the melted butter seems to work a lot better than using the softened butter. So after that, you're just going to use 1 cup of your sourdough discard, and you can use more if you have a very large cookie sheet. But I have found that using 1 cup, even though it don't look like a lot when you first put it on the cookie sheet, it will spread out on a standard size cookie sheet nice and evenly so you can get that crispiness. Now, after you get your sourdough in your bowl, you're going to put your cheeses in. And I used some parmesan and some cheddar, but I have found that I have just used parmesan and I have just used cheddar separately, and the flavor of the cheese nips, I think, come from the parmesan more than the cheddar. So if you just use parmesan, you're gonna get that cheese nip flavor. But I like the taste of both. I think it tastes really good, so that's what I'm using. But you can just use the parmesan. So this is the hardest part about the whole recipe, which is not hard at all, is you just spread it on a piece of parchment paper. And you got to get it spread out in a really thin layer so that you can get that crispiness, because if it's not in a thin layer, then it's going to be kind of chewy. I mean, if you like a chewy cracker, that's totally up to you, but I like mine to have that crunch. So the thinner that you can get it, the better off the cracker is going to turn out. Now I know that it just looks wonky right now, but I promise you it will come together. So after you spread it out all nice and evenly, you're going to add your salt, and then you're going to pop it in the oven at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, you're going to take it out and you're going to make creases into the dough so that way you can create however big you want your cracker to be, basically. And what I did with mine is I used a pizza cutter, and that works out, you know, the best for me. But I've also used a bench cutter for this and just put like little grooves in it if you don't have a pizza cutter, but I think just about everybody probably has a pizza cutter. So after you make your little grooves, you're gonna pop it back into the oven and cook it for an additional 20 to 25 minutes, or to however crispy you want it. And this is how they turn out. And I don't know why it looks like this on camera, because it don't look like this. But I don't know, maybe something's wrong with my camera. But this is how they turn out. And they're not burnt or anything, but they're just, you know, like a golden yellow orangey color. And they're very crispy and they're very delicious. And I make triple batches of this because they are gone within a day. Now, everybody that has tried these crackers say that they taste exactly like a cheese nip cracker, and that's me included. So, yep, that's how you make some homemade cheese nips. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope everybody has a blessed day.